All aboard, it's Jang here, back one more time with the Playmobil large Grand Mansion set. And now it actually has some stuff on the inside, so it looks pretty nice from the front and from the side, and when you look at it from the back, you see life, you see activity, you see things. So I just wanted to come back and look at this one last time, or actually look at it one time with everything in place. Obviously I still left one room open and empty up here in the corner, just to be able to add more stuff to it later on if I get other sets with more parts that are compatible. I also didn't put in every single room set that they make. You can get a dining room set that would fit right here in the center. You can get a kind of a nursery set that would fit up here, and there are other room sets that weren't specifically made for this particular, large Grand Mansion set to begin with, but that are compatible with it. And obviously it's Playmobil, so everything that they do is compatible throughout the years and across different lines. But I just wanted to get one final look at this with everything together, just to get, just kind of share the appearance of it, and also to share my thoughts on the thing on the whole. Now, first of all, this was an expensive endeavor. Even though I don't have those two other main sets that are intended to specifically go with this cost over $330 US. New, not used, inflated prices or anything. That's just retail price. So that's a lot. However, as I've mentioned before, dollhouse stuff can be pretty expensive. Just normal dollhouse stuff. And this is just a different take on that with the Playmobil system and everything being made out of plastic. It's an investment. It's definitely something that gets invested into. This is something that the parents certainly need to think about before purchasing, not just because of the price of it, but also the size. Because this does take up a good amount of space. It's fairly heavy. It's not something that a kid is going to move around very much. It's going to move from the floor to a table or to storage and out and in a lot. It's a big thing, and it's a lot to really invest in as a little bit of a kid's lifestyle for some years. I think that they've done everything here pretty well. I gave my individual thoughts on the specific room sets themselves, and certainly a kid who's already into Playmobil and who has lots of figures and people and other things that can be integrated with this, and vehicles that can be driven up to it, will enjoy it quite a lot, and will get a lot of lasting enjoyment out of it. Because it's Playmobil, that it's not just gonna die over time. It's not something that's just gonna be for a little while and then it becomes irrelevant, or the system is going to change. That's not going to happen. So there's a lot of lasting value here for sure, and I think it looks pretty good. Also, as a collector's display model, mostly I think for collectors it's going to be looked at from the front and from the sides. One thing that's a little bit tough about posing this or putting it on display is that it's not rectangular, which is good for a play. It's more open on the back where you need to get your hands in there. But from the front and from the sides, you think about putting this into a layout. You want to push it up against a wall or put it in a corner or something like that. It does take up a little extra space, so it does possibly waste space a bit if you're not going to be focusing on the other side, the side where you can see the interior details. This was the first set that I ever got that was very large from Playmobil and that represented living space. So I got to learn a bit from this experience about how Playmobil does that, and I'll be doing more in the future. I've got the modern mansion, which as of the time of this video is new to the US, and that's going to be on its way, and I'll be reviewing that as well as little room sets to go with that, and who knows, might end up swapping some things back and forth, some of the interior details between the two versions, and I'm sure there will be more things to come in the future. So thank you for watching. Please do share what you think about this overall, on the whole, what you think about this system and what you think about this particular set, and how the room sets really work with it. I really appreciate feedback. I appreciate folks sharing feedback with the rest of the community also, where more folks can see it and can just, benefit from different opinions. But I've got a lot more videos to work on, so I'm going to get to that. I'll be talking to you again very soon.